Hi, I'm your host Devon, and time is of the essence. So, you're listening to me rant today. Sorry. I wanted to get on here because it's high noon. It's the sunlight, and I apologize for the dishwasher in the background. I, one, don't know how to stop it once I start it, and two, didn't realize I was going to do a video right now until right this moment. So where's my camera? Here we go. We're gonna look at you. And I wanted to come on here because I wanted to share. I'm like a YouTuber now, so I like want to share like a tip that I learned, and in the world of Twitter ads, they changed again, and my record with Twitter ads is not good. I've been banned from like Twitter ads forever. Not banned, but like I disputed a charge once, and then like we got this whole thing about it. And then it's resolved. Now it's resolved. And now I'm not banned, and that's how I figured it out. And so I wanted to come on here because when you look at sorry, I'm like yelling. When you look at, and that's just how I talk, and my house is big. My ceilings are tall, so it's like echo. But anyway, when I need to find out information, what I do is I immediately go to Google and I'm like, how do I do this thing? And that's what the internet is built on. It's built on everybody asking these questions. And it's built on me wearing a very wrinkled shirt, and that's fine. But, you know, my Canadian tuxedo. Good morning. Canadian tuxedo is cute. I got denim. I don't know why I just bust out in song. But anyway, because I'm a singer, though, I guess. But anyway, what is that button for? I guess you take pictures. I don't know what that white button is for on the thing. I am so itchy. Oh my God. I have eczema. But anyway, anytime I want to look at information on the internet, anytime I want to learn something new on the internet, I consult the internet first. So it's like, oh, Twitter ads changed. Like, let me go consult the internet. And guess what I found about it? I found nothing about it. Literally nothing, not even from Twitter. And I was like, well, this must be a fluke. Like, oh my God. But they're always like releasing beta things and being like they released a thread thing the other day where you hit the tweet button and it would suggest a previous tweet that you could add to. And it was so lit because it had all your tweets. So you could be like, nah, I don't want to thread the last tweet I just tweeted. I want to thread a previous tweet from another time. So like a few days ago or whatever it is, and you could do that, and you could add a thread and it would be threaded, and which was good, because otherwise you would have to go to that tweet, find that tweet, and then press continue thread or whatever it is, and then the rules always change about what you could do for the thread. And the thing about the thread, and the reason why they took it away was because you could add upload video directly to it, which you couldn't do if you went to the tweet and said continue thread. So it's like little stuff like that where either they don't want us to do it, because I don't think they want you to be able to like, they even gave us the ability to like tweet GIF, like in the quote or something. It's just weird. And then they took it away. They were like, oh, that was a glitch. Like that was a major vulnerability or something. They were like, oh, that was like a hack almost. Somebody like almost fucking hacked us, because that should have never happened, and it'll be done. It'll be off tomorrow. Like they were like coming out like they were not happy about that little glitch. But it was lit for like 2 days. I was like, this is so fun, because you didn't know what was the post and what was the reply and what was the quote. It was just like, it was great. And I thought they were redoing their format, but apparently it's like counterproductive to their ability to maintain or continue to hold your attention. So when I looked up Twitter shit, not even from last week, like from this week. I couldn't find anything, and it was very sad. But I remembered that, I forget who said it. It might have been like Gary Vee, and they were like, if you ever search for something on the internet and you come up with nothing and you can't find the answer, like, make the answer. So here we are. Gosh darn it. Here we are with some answers. And I'm doing this because I was looking at my analytics, and as modest as they are clicking, and they're clicking upwards. And it's not because I just make good content and you just found it and you just stayed and you're just like, you came back for more. It's not because of that. It's because I've been running ads, and not expensive ads. Like, there are ads that I can definitely afford, relatively afford. If you're running a business, my goal is for my business, and I have no plans. I have no customers. I just have me. I have an idea, and I have me, and I have you. And that's all you need to start a business, because make the checkout to Devon House. If you want to make a checkout, that's my business right now, is me, is my personal brand. And the IRS, so let's get into it. This is how you're going to start your stupid fucking business, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So you're watching my dumb ass. And but what's cool about the internet is that you can learn. And I just advised somebody the other day, like, you don't have to go to business school to start a business. I actually went to business school at a good school, and I loved that I did it, but I should have studied something else, because you don't need somebody to tell you. It was basically, when I recollect on my business education at Xavier in Cincinnati, we basically learned how to get a job, which is good. Like, it was good for me as a student, like how to get a job in a business, but like, that was all. And as compared to somebody that was studying biology or microbiology or engineering or something like that, like, it's not that the business, it's not the school, it's the fact that, like, the curriculum, in order to get the P&G job or in order to get the Centos job or anything, like, you had to go through that program. But so it was valuable in that regard. But my mind, like, I need to be probed, and I need to be, like, constantly stimulated. And I didn't learn that until, like, last year, actually. And I've been out of college for a while. And it just wasn't the major for me, because it didn't push me. And I've needed to be pushed since I was a child. And right now I just have to push myself. And that's why I'm just making these stupid fucking videos, because I wish I was smarter, and I'm not. And I could have been smarter if anyone thought to push me. Like, I could have had, like, biceps if anyone thought. Well, no, people did tell. No, I was pushed, actually. But I was encouraged. I wasn't pushed. And but I'm glad I was just encouraged and not pushed, because I would have rebelled anyway, and I would have never did it, and I would have never probably arrived to this point. Ooh, everything happens for a reason. Come on, somebody. Shata, ha, ha, ta, ta, whatever they say. But anyway, I was watching my videos because my analytics were going up, and I just looked at a recent video that was doing okay in my eyes, because they're all like, nobody's watching it still. I keep forgetting, but I'm from Ohio, so it's like, oh, 3 people are watching me. That's more than yesterday. Like, I'm just grateful that anybody even looks in my direction at this point. And especially because in real life, I feel very validated with the people that are in my life, and actually a little bit too validated. I'm like, you know, like, can we not make comments? Like, at all. Period. But you know, people validate me a lot because I guess I'm conventionally or traditionally in line with like the standards of today. And but so I've never really like been on social media like that. So now that I want to have a business, like a media company, like if I want to be a publisher, if I want to be a media publisher, ooh, I wonder what happened with that Supreme Court case. Interesting. I never heard anything about it. I bet they settled. I just thought about that the Byron Allen versus Comcast Supreme Court case. I wish I wasn't doing this on my actual phone. I'd look it up right now, but I can't. I would have to stop the video. But it sprung out of the idea that Black people have been shut out of media. And I was like, well, let me start. Oh, I thought that was my face. That's the screen. I'm like, my face is something wrong with my face. I want to start a media company because Black people have been traditionally shut out of media, like nearly 100%. And not media as in entertainers, but media as in the business, as in the advertisers and the people that make the billions. We don't even get like 1% of any revenue. And he brought that to light, and I was like, well, bet. They're done. All you had to tell me was that they were being racist, and I'm gonna get mine because we're gonna dismantle that bullshit. And when that shit is dismantled, guess who's gonna be here? Hi. Hello. Hello. But hopefully I can, you know, make some sort of wave because Black people aren't in media because we've been shut out. So we have to like force our way in, and that's what we're doing. We're coming. What you gonna do when we come for you, bad boy, bad boy? So that's why I thought it was important to figure out how it all worked. And Gary Vee, you know, he's just, for some reason, can't understand why he's just so successful. And I'm just like, it's because you're a white guy. Like, oh, you're an immigrant? It's because you're a white immigrant. That's why nobody's cussing you out every day. But they will. The denaturalization squads are coming, girl. Like, Elie Wiesel, whatever his name is, who was in the Holocaust or whatever the fuck he did, or wrote poems about that shit. Like, he says it. I think he was in it. And he was like, I didn't really even think it's on the wall of the Holocaust Museum when you leave. And he was like, I didn't think they would come for them, but they did. And then they came for the other people, and then they did. And I didn't think they would do that, but they did. And then they got my dumb ass, and now I'm dead. Or whatever the fuck he said. But, white supremacy is so pervasive in our society that the only thing that has ever been successful in the CIA, if you want to murder me behind this, whatever, the only thing that has been successful is opposition. And specifically Black opposition, Black political opposition is very potent. That's why Tom Steyer is like over here, I don't know. But we should have a seat at the table, and since we don't, I'm here to build a new table, bitch. And I don't care. And I'm going to get attention, and the internet is the greatest equalizer of everything, and I think that's the cosmic irony of all of this bullshit. Them controlling the infrastructure. Well, bitch, you don't actually control it, because at the end of the day, without us, there is no you, and you have to play by our rules, or at least manipulate us, which compromises your soul and your sustainability, because you got to walk around lying. You're the one stressed out, not me. I'm having fun, girl. So anyway, Gary Vee kind of got my wheels turning about white supremacy, because he doesn't understand why he can just like start a liquor business and like be successful and just like what? And this is why he's targeting rappers. And I love Gary Vee's videos until he starts interviewing Black people. And I'm just like, stop it. It's the Black scent. Don't do that. It's weird. And it's the bro and it's the code switching, but not the good kind. it's the racist kind of like blackface kind. But anyway, do what you do. Come on, Drake. Come on, somebody. Let them know. Let it out, girl. But Gary Vee is fine, but he always is preaching happiness and love. I think he's realizing that, even he is vulnerable to all of this. But he's also a major investor in Facebook and stuff, so I think it's kind of two-sided. But I think he's actually doing a great job, brilliant job, except for when he interviews black people, so I can never talk to him because he'll fuck it up with me too. I can guarantee you, because I'll be waiting for him to say something like, no, kid, or whatever the fuck he wants to call somebody. But, anyway, we should have a seat at the table. Since we don't have one, we could either dismantle the one we have, rebuild another one, or like compromise or something. I intend on just experimenting and kind of trying to create my own thing. Not my own platform, but garner my own attention and try to see if I can get my goals accomplished. I almost said my goals. If I can get my goals accomplished, my confidential goals accomplished, so that I can start telling stories that I want to tell. Because I'm like, y'all, I'm bored. Like, I'm really bored. That's really why. That's honestly why. Because I can't watch anybody. Everyone is so fucking incompetent. I can't do it. Everyone's boring. So, but at the same time, the media is overwhelming, and I want to engage in it too. It's the amount of information is so overwhelming that I want to be a part of sorting through all of it too. And I feel like someone like myself, who was not raised in a barn and seemingly is a good person, I would hope I am, and I would be able to like give good things and not be corrupted. That's the worst thing. That's the thing that I'm like worried about, is like, I don't want to be corrupted. And then I don't want to hurt people, because it's like, when I look at like Mike Bloomberg and these people, these billionaires and people, I'm like, you can't get that without at least killing somebody intentionally at least one time, which is just enough. Like, in one time is just like me being nice. But you can't become a billionaire and not kill somebody, for one. You have to have known, either indirectly or directly, but someone had to die at your hand, because there's no way you can amass that kind of wealth being good. I'm going to attempt to do so, but I doubt I will be able to do it, so I'm not going to like stress out about it. But why would you want to run Twitter ads? Like, why are you even watching this video? Why am I even making this video? Because I'm talking about fucking Twitter ads. And I wanted to give you a few... so before I talk about Twitter ads, these bitches is confidential as fuck. So I don't want to be kicked out of the Twitter ad program. It is not called Twitter ads no more. It's called Twitter Promoted Products. And the Twitter Promoted Products is new. And it's in the Twitter ads section of Twitter. And I have a Twitter account. I don't know how you get it. I can't show you because it's confidential. Everything is confidential. The interface, the analytics, I can't tell you my analytics. I can't tell you anything about Twitter ads, even though I am going to, because I am smart. But everything is confidential with Twitter ads, so I can't show you how to set it up. I can't show you really how to do much with it. But it's like Facebook, basically. It's like a diet version of Facebook ads, which is great because everything about Facebook ads, there's a lot of stuff about Facebook ads and there's little to nothing about Twitter ads. So you could just, I think they did that on purpose, because I've never seen any sort of disclaimer about Facebook ads being confidential. So I can't like pop into my screen and like show you how to do it because I don't want to like get banned because I like was already canceled for like 2 years. I did promote mode for maybe a week and I was like banned and I disputed the charge. I was only in promote mode for like 11 days. I don't even think it was 11 days. I think I think promote mode was only 11 days old. by the time I was banned from it. And I'm like, what the hell? But you paid $100. I was like, I'm not paying $100 if I'm just being banned with no regard, the drain, with no regard for my budget. Now there's still promote mode still exists. It's just you have to request it. I requested it and then they priced it and I was like, okay, promote mode is out of the budget for me. But it's no longer like sign up for promote mode. It's in beta. Like the beta is definitely probably over at this point, but they haven't announced it. I'm so confused, and I hope that it's after this is made that the promoted products is still a thing too. And this random ass truck keeps driving past my fucking house, but it's like Facebook. So the new Twitter promoted products is like Facebook. But it's not as detailed. I was like, oh God. Like Facebook ads is clearly like very robust because they track the fuck out of you. I'm like, Mark Zuckerberg, like get out of here. Who came up with this stuff? Y'all sat around all day and was like, we're gonna find every fucking metric that anybody would ever wanna see. Like they have like billions of metrics. They have like billions of metrics. And Twitter is obviously doesn't have, because they have billions of people, so they probably like figured it's not weird. But Twitter doesn't have that many users, but they have a similar promoted products. And when I say it's like Facebook, I would even, I've only done worldwide location settings. And what's different about promote mode and Twitter products now is that they suggest when you create the Twitter thing, ad thing, that you're not so specific, which is opposite of Facebook because you're supposed to be like super specific and super warm, like warm audience. Like we're gonna have a warm handoff, and the output of the data is not as detailed either, which is kind of pisses me off because it's like But what I liked about the Twitter promoted products is that you can just use the tweets that you already have. So if you already have good tweets, just put those in the promoted products. That's why I'm like, I think promote mode is out of beta because I have to fix my thing because I'm slipping out of my chair. Sorry, fix my chair. I think promote mode is out of beta because you can do the same thing with promote mode. Like promote mode, you could do 10 tweets. You could promote up to 10 tweets a week or something, or a day. I forget what it was, but you had you can take your tweets that you already had, you can click those as promote mode, and then you could also run Twitter ads on top of promote mode. And then now there is no Twitter ads and there is no promote mode. There's just Twitter promoted products. And I have to sit up. I'm sorry, I'm not in frame. But now there's Twitter promoted products, and it's kind of like a melding. It's like a new thing, and it's kind of cute. And you can create new tweets, or you can use your old tweets, and they'll be shown to people, like just like Facebook does it, and kind of like all the same breakdown. They show it to people. If somebody engages, they charge you a penny or whatever for it. So that was confidential. Well, that was just like a thing. Like it's of course not a penny, but it's like it could be a penny, but that's like the cheapest you would go. And that's why you want to do because you can go. And prior to this, another reason why I got on here is because I couldn't justify their ad floor. Their old ad pricing was a minimum of $50. I was like, I need to run an experiment, like $50 a day, like $50 what? Like you had to throw down $50 just to like even throw one tweet out. And I didn't like that structure because Facebook was so like granular, like you could get down to the penny, and now they've kind of like moved in that direction. So I'm very happy about that. You shouldn't go over. But like what I also noticed about Twitter promoted products is that now every other fucking tweet is an ad. But you don't really realize it. Like I had to like actually like look, like is literally every third tweet an ad? Like if you look through Twitter, every third tweet is an ad, but you don't realize it. That's the gag. So that's why, unlike Facebook ads, where you always recognize those fucking ads, they're always like interrupting your whole shit. It works well for any budget because it doesn't. I think they can do it like that because they don't interrupt, because you're just scrolling. Facebook is just like a scroll and then a stop. And you scroll, and then you stop. And you scroll. So you don't really, and then you don't see the sponsored thing. No, it's on the bottom. So you always see the sponsored thing. So it's like, it doesn't really, it kind of, their ads are very in the background. Which is bad, actually, because it's like, you could be like influenced, like, you're like influencing people and they don't even fucking realize they're being influenced. Why am I so low in the front? Oh, I could lower it. But, so I can sit back. I just want to like sit sideways for like 44 seconds. Jesus, help me. I just feel like it doesn't ruin the Twitter experience. So that's another reason why you want to do Twitter promoted products, because you can make, if you make good content, it'll for real, like if you already use tweets that people like. So say if you have like a few thousand likes on a tweet, throw that up in Twitter promoted products and the people will stop, and even if it's an ad, they'll still interact with it and retweet it. Like that's what you want. That's a good thing. And that's what you can sell to advertisers. That's the purpose of all of this, because the Byron Allen Supreme Court case was the fact that when we try to negotiate, they won't negotiate with us, with black people very specifically. Like we want the same terms as like, I don't know, whatever a white show would be or a white network would be, we would want the same terms. And because we would know what the terms are, that they gave to some other white show. Like say Full House wanted to make a new show or something, and those producers, they go to the network and they're like, here's this deal, and the network is like, yes. And then a black person goes and they're like, here's the Weather Channel. Like not even like a black thing, like just like, here's like the most generic piece of content that everybody fucking wants. Can we get those terms? No. Okay, well, can we get a fraction? No. Can we get a no? Can we get a no? But you can what? No. Well, then we're not going to be able to work with you. Okay, bye. It's like, then we're like, and then we're blackballed, and then no network will work with us. And it's just, it's a systematic thing, and I hope I hope they fucking lost. I hope they settled, those bitches. I know they probably settled. And Comcast is the media, so obviously we didn't hear about it. But I'm going to go look it up right now, bitch, because what we're not doing is fucking with y'all. So, you should use Twitter promoted products because it's similar to Facebook now. It is relatively inexpensive, any budget. And if you have a budget concern due to help thing, they responded to me fairly quickly, even though me and Twitter customer service are not the best of friends. That's fine. I would say it's really good for brand awareness if you just want your face out there. So I just want brand awareness. I just want my face out there. I want you to be annoyed with me because you're tired of seeing me. That's a good thing. For me anyway, as a media entrepreneur. It's the future. This means the future. As a media entrepreneur, I also want to get engagements too. So I want to be putting out consistent pieces of content and like really probing questions and like asking people like what they think and answering people. And then, but I have to use Twitter promoted products because I don't have abs and I don't have, like a Ferrari or a PhD. Oh, excuse me. I swear I'm awake. I had coffee today. I just had a peanut butter and jelly. Oh no. Damn, I was supposed to take my afternoon pill, that's why. But I'm gonna take it in a minute. But anyway, I should take it now, actually, because I need it. Please hold while your party is reached. Please hold while your party is reached. I am so sorry for that. I am so sorry. Oh my God. I'm so bad at being a patient. Like when I remember to take my medicine, I just take it because if I would have waited, this would have gone on for 40 more minutes and then I would have forgot. And then, so I hope you're still watching. Hi, are you still there? Thank you. I'm glad you didn't leave because you're probably, hopefully this is like in the future where I'm like old or something and you don't even know. You can't even recognize me on the street because I'm so fucking belligerent. But anyway, I have to use Twitter promote mode because I need brand awareness and I need the engagements and I can't do it with my plummeting followers. My followers are plummeting because I hate Kobe Bryant. I hate Doja Cat. I don't hate anybody. Let me fix my face. Hold on. I don't hate anybody. I spoke out in a hateful manner against Kobe Bryant, I basically disagree with most of pop culture. And I don't like watching TV anymore, except for Rachel Maddow. And I'm not afraid to be disliked because, like I said earlier, I feel very validated in my normal life, so I don't really need like internet friends. I just need internet attention, which is not necessarily like me personally, but I just need like to be able to scale something on the internet. And at the end of the day, when you're doing a personal brand, because I don't have a real business yet, because I don't have revenue yet, I have to do it with attention. And in order to get the brand deals and all that kind of stuff, in order to build the business, you have to get people to like you and trust you and know you. So in order to do that, I need to get in front of the right people, but it's nearly impossible on these platforms because they use algorithms and stuff to keep people on the platform. So like when I'm talking about spirituality, they don't give a fuck about me. They'll just scroll right past me. But you know what could change that? A little bit of social proof. Social proof are the likes and the followers and the perception that you're bigger than what you are. So in order to get social proof, or that you are big. So most people use it to fake. I want to get real social proof. But in order to do that, I have to either be very funny and cliche and be patient and all that kind of stuff. You know, like I have to like work really hard and do things that I would never do in order to get people's attention. Like doing pranks and like really like stuff that would like ruin my actual brand. Like the validation that I get in real life would be tarnished because of the antics that I would have on the internet embarrassing myself. And for the simple fact that I think most people are embarrassing themselves on the internet. So I want to be just very careful about how I portray myself. So the content that I do produce from my heart, it has to reflect me like 100%. I cannot be ashamed of it. So I have to use Twitter ads to get in front of the right people because it's hard to find those very specialized people. I'm looking for very special people like myself, not just, you know, and not perfect people, but people that I want an audience that is mindful of who they are, or like, and they're who they are in relation to other people. Like I want them to like be conscious. Like I'm looking for a conscious community, and it's hard to find them just scrolling through Twitter and talking and just like, because I can do that all day, but it's like my followers are plummeting because I fucking hate pop culture. I really do. I really hate it. It makes me very anxious. Like every time I watch TV, like I shouldn't feel panic, but I do, and that's made of its own purpose. So I feel like my topic is a little boring that I talk about on Twitter. I talk about spirituality. So I have a podcast called Center of the Sun, and it is about spirituality. It is about science and neuroscience and kind of like bridging how ancient people and Stone Age people are saying the same thing as modern day people, yet we don't see the connection. I'm trying to find that connection. And there are a lot of connections, and it's kind of exciting and it's kind of weird, but it's hard to put that in a message of in the midst of all of the other stuff. So ads, duh. It's just no brainer. And then so periodically I would go and check and see if I was still banned from promote mode. And I wasn't for the first time since 2017. Isn't that great? I'm just very tickled with that. So, but I was just at first I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what am I gonna do? But then once I was able to like do worldwide and like see the targeting things and that the fact that they don't even want you to target and like they'll do it with their algorithm, I'm like, bet, because you already use your tweets, or they probably already model it, because the way that they do interest is different on Twitter than on Facebook. Like they've changed a whole bunch of stuff, and I knew it was for ads. I just didn't put two and two together for me, for my sake. But right now, I'm just trying to get cheap engagement, and that's what it's offering. It has other kinds of engagement objectives, but I just kind of want to build some social proof, just a little bit of proof, because my little 1,000 followers is not going to cut it. And I wanted to share it with you because I'm not going to share it on Twitter, because I don't know if Twitter would appreciate me talking about Twitter ads on Twitter, but I wanted to do it on YouTube because I feel like people would find value with that on YouTube, and because there is no content about it right now. So I wanted to do it, and I wanted to tell you about it, to go check it out, because I like it. It's like Facebook. This is the conclusion, because it's 36 minutes. It's so weird how I can have a YouTube channel. People are like, oh, you should start a YouTube channel. I'm like, I do. Barely. I barely have one. Because it's like, it's weird to sit here in this room and talk to you. But I'm not talking to nobody. I keep looking out the window because it feels weird to do this. It's so awkward, even with myself. It's the dishwasher. But I wanted to get lights. These lights were like $300, but I had to my mom needed money, so I was like, I'll just figure it out later. And so I want to build like a little studio in my home and stuff to make it feel less awkward. But I need lights because I don't want to be in front of the window, because it's like, ugh. I live on the first floor in Cincinnati, and now I was telling you earlier, like 3 people watching me, like that's great, because I always got 3 people watching me, like all the time. Like every time I look around, like there's eyeballs on me all the time, and I just feel like I would not want to be looked at all the time. And but not like looked at because I'm an extrovert, obviously. I say that at work, and my boss is like, no, you're not an extrovert. And I'm like, she's like, are you really? You're an extrovert? You, out of all people, is extrovert? I'm like, yeah, I hate talking. But anyway, so I don't want to be like less looked at. Everyone loves attention, but I want the right kind of attention. I want the attention that the world is fucking awesome. You are fucking awesome. Don't be worrying about nobody's coronavirus. Don't let me worry you, because you're a supreme being and you cannot be contained in this physical reality. And even if you died, so what? Well, it would suck for the people that are still alive, but if you died, what would happen? You'd probably have some sort of like experience, some new experience, and you'd just still continue on. Like, the thing about that part is, if you died right now, like what would happen next? Like you should probably practice. But how do you do that? You do that by practicing what you love, and you've navigating the afterlife. You can practice doing that by navigating the real life, like following your heart, follow your passions, because that's all you're gonna have in the afterlife. All you're gonna have is what you love. And not what you love is like the thought of like what you love, like the intention. All you're gonna have is the essence of who you were. So who are you? How do you know what the essence of who you are? Honey, like get it together. Like, oh my God. So that's why. But sometimes to kickstart that, having attention, having some social proof to tell you, yes, you're on the right track. Like, how do you obtain that? Twitter promoted products. If you're already on Twitter. Now, if you have no Twitter following at all, period, I don't know what you're supposed to do. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what you're supposed to do. But if you already have good content and you have like a few dollars a day to spend, I'd say do it, because I've had engagement. Like my engagement rate, I can't tell you, but yeah, it's pretty good. And Facebook ads is comparable. It's comparable to Facebook ads, even though Facebook ads is obviously superior because it's older and more robust because they're fucking evil. But anyway, excuse me. Have a great day. I'm burping on camera.